The truth is, your goals do not care how you feel today. You believe you are awake, standing on the solid ground of reality, but you are merely sleepwalking through an illusion built by your own comforting excuses. Here is what happens when you finally stop making excuses. The world you thought you knew shatters entirely, and you realize that no one is coming to save you from your own mediocrity. No one talks about this, but it is the only thing that matters. For far too long, you have lived in the valley of submission, gazing up at the peaks of greatness and convincing yourself that you are not meant for the summit. You wait for the right feeling to strike you. You wait for motivation to descend upon you like lightning from the heavens, hoping it will magically transform your life. But feelings are lies. Motivation is garbage. You need discipline. Look around you. Look at the fragile life you have constructed. Is this the pinnacle of your existence? Are these the ultimate limits of your potential? You have accepted a reality dictated by the weak, a world where settling for less is the norm, and ambition is treated as a dangerous disease. This is the profound problem of your existence. You have surrendered your absolute agency to external forces. You complain endlessly about your circumstances, your lack of resources, your lack of time. But stop telling yourself you have time. You do not. Time is the most ruthless executioner, and every single second you spend rationalizing your complacency is a second stolen from your own ascension. Feel the crushing weight of your inaction. Let it compress the breath from your lungs. What is the true cost of your current habits? I will tell you. The cost is the slow, agonizing decay of your spirit. The cost is the profound, visceral pain of regret that will inevitably haunt your final moments on this earth. You are trading the empire of your future for the cheap, fleeting comfort of your present. Every time you choose the easy path, every time you hit the snooze button, every time you retreat from a challenge because it feels too daunting, too arduous, or too strenuous, you are bowing to a master that absolutely despises you. You are declaring to the universe that you are perfectly content being a mere spectator in the grand theater of your own life. This is not a mere daily struggle. This is the history of the world playing out within the confines of your own mind. It is you versus you. It is you versus your excuses. It is you versus your endless laziness. Your mind is a brutal battlefield, and right now, you are willingly losing the war to your weakest, most pathetic self. You shrink away from the strenuous, brutal, savage reality of what it actually takes to achieve greatness. You prefer the numbing safety of the blind crowd. But let me assure you, no one stands on the top of the world accompanied by the masses. The throne of heaven is empty, and it has been waiting patiently for someone with the unparalleled resolve to finally claim it. Will it be you? Or will you remain trapped forever in your current, limited reality, forever dreaming of the afterstate, that better world that awaits only those who possess the sheer courage to seize it? The bridge between the pathetic creature you are today and the absolute conqueror you are meant to become is built entirely on a foundation of non-negotiable standards. It is not built on hollow hope. It is not built on inherent talent. It is built on discipline, focus, and execution. These three pillars are not mere suggestions. They are the fundamental, absolute laws of reality manipulation. If you truly wish to change your world, you must first violently change your mind. You must introduce a solution that is not a cheap external product or a magic pill, but a profound internal shift in your work ethic and perspective. Discipline is doing exactly what needs to be done, even when you violently hate it. Discipline is the conscious, deliberate choice to suffer intensely today so that you may unconditionally rule tomorrow. You must command your reality. You must ignite the latent, terrifying power hidden within your soul. You must demolish the mental boundaries and physical barriers that have kept you chained like a dog to the ground. It is time to strike down your lingering doubt and absolutely conquer your pathetic fears. Do not ever ask for an easier life. Ask instead to become a far more formidable entity. Elevate your mind above the petty squabbles and trivial pursuits of the ordinary masses. You must act instantly. The time for hesitation has long since passed. You must seek your profound breakthrough now. Let the sickening realization of your wasted time be the precise lightning that jumpstarts your forced evolution. We must transcend these self-imposed, laughable limitations. We must stop waiting for invisible permission to be great. You need to look in the mirror and recognize the unparalleled, dormant power that lies sleeping beneath your skin. Your will must become entirely unstoppable. Your daily standards must be rigidly non-negotiable. Your pursuit of perfection must be endlessly relentless. Your inner strength must remain utterly unrivaled. When the world tells you that something is impossible, you do not bow your head in quiet defeat. You smile, for you know that impossible is simply a convenient word used by the weak to justify their own failure. You must push forward relentlessly. You must attack your grandest goals ferociously. You must expand your influence infinitely. Let your daily actions be deafeningly loud. Let your internal resolve be absolute and unwavering. The path to godhood is never paved with good intentions. It is paved with relentless, uncompromising, brutal execution. You will fail at times. You will fall down. You will absolutely experience moments of total, agonizing defeat. But those are not the moments that define your existence. The ultimate lesson that changes everything is found strictly in the instant you choose to stand back up. Are you truly prepared to pay the ultimate price? The journey is incredibly arduous. The climb is punishingly strenuous. The daily grind is utterly savage. But the alternative is infinitely worse than any pain of exertion. The alternative is a life of quiet, suffocating desperation. A life spent eternally wondering what you could have become if only you had possessed a fraction of the courage needed to step into the unknown. Do not let the sickening pain of regret be your final, lingering companion. Choose the pain of discipline. Choose the pain of relentless growth. Choose the pain of forced evolution. This is your definitive turning point. This is the exact moment you firmly stop being a helpless victim of your circumstance and aggressively become the grand architect of your own destiny. You must command your fate with an iron grip. You must ignite the roaring flames of your deepest ambition. You must completely demolish the comforting illusions that currently bind you. Strike down the lingering weakness in your heart and systematically conquer the reality you were always meant to rule. Elevate your entire existence instantly, now. Lightning does not wait passively for the storm to pass. It violently creates the storm. Jumpstart your dormant life. Break permanently through the suffocating veil of mediocrity and take your rightful, undisputed place at the absolute summit. You look blindly at the universe and see a chaotic void, a senseless sequence of random events over which you mistakenly believe you have no control. But that is merely the perspective of a crushed insect. When you elevate your consciousness to my level, you realize that chaos is simply a blank canvas, eagerly waiting for a master's calculated brush. You possess the innate power to impose your absolute will upon the very fabric of existence. But to do so effectively, your internal environment must be flawless. You cannot possibly command the world if you cannot even command your own morning routine. You cannot systematically demolish external obstacles if you are still constantly tripping over your own pathetic internal contradictions. You loudly claim you want ultimate power. You say you want unparalleled success. You say you deeply want to be remembered throughout history, but your daily actions scream of apathy and weakness. You are a walking amalgamation of empty promises and broken commitments to yourself. You constantly negotiate with your own weakness. You endlessly bargain with your ingrained laziness. You quietly tell yourself that one single day off will not hurt, that one missed opportunity is completely insignificant in the grand scheme, but the universe is meticulously keeping score. Every tiny compromise is a fatal crack in your armor. Every whispered excuse is a lethal poison that seeps directly into your foundation, slowly rotting you from the inside out until there is nothing left but hollow regret. You must aggressively eradicate the very concept of maybe from your entire vocabulary. You must completely destroy the comforting notion of tomorrow. Tomorrow is a vile myth, a comfortable, soothing lie, continuously invented by those who are deeply terrified of taking action in the present. There is only right now. The absolute urgency of your personal transformation must be all-consuming. The exact time to strike is not when the iron is conveniently hot. You intentionally make the iron white-hot by striking it relentlessly. You must become a violent force of nature, an unstoppable, crushing wave that constantly crashes against the shores of adversity and reduces them effortlessly to sand. It is you versus you. It is your burning ambition versus your crippling comfort. It is your boundless future versus your pathetic past. The conflict is entirely inescapable, and only one side can possibly emerge victorious. If you do not actively, consciously, and aggressively choose to be completely exceptional, you are passively and willingly choosing to be entirely obsolete. There is absolutely no middle ground in this war. The illusion of safety found in the middle of the pack is the most dangerous, lethal trap of all. It softly lulls you into a false sense of security, while slowly and permanently draining your life force. We must violently reject this collective societal hallucination. We must abruptly awaken from this unending nightmare of averageness. You desperately need to look deeply into your own soul and violently extract the raw, unfiltered, brutal truth. What are you genuinely capable of achieving? Not the sanitized, socially acceptable, watered-down version of your potential, but the terrifying, awe-inspiring, godlike power that currently lies completely dormant beneath your skin. You have been intentionally playing small just to make others feel secure. You have been deliberately dimming your own blinding light so that the weak and blind do not have to squint. That behavior permanently ends today. Your mental focus must be absolute. Your daily discipline must be utterly impenetrable. Your execution of tasks must be entirely lethal. You are absolutely not here to simply participate in the game of life. You are here to completely dominate it. You are not here to fairly compete. You are here to mercilessly conquer. The brutal, undeniable reality is that the world will constantly try to drag you back down. It will continually test your resolve with daunting challenges and arduous trials. It will ruthlessly subject you to strenuous circumstances and savage opposition. But you must firmly remain entirely unyielding. You must remain an immovable, terrifying object in the face of any irresistible force. When life inevitably breaks you, it is simply and helpfully exposing the weak, faulty parts of your structure that desperately needed to be replaced anyway. Fully embrace the destruction. Eagerly welcome the hardship. Let the searing fire of adversity burn away all the impurities of your character until absolutely nothing but unbreakable steel remains. You must fully command your environment. You must fiercely ignite permanent revolution within your own mind. You must systematically demolish every single shred of doubt that ever dares to enter your thoughts. Strike forward with the cold precision of a master. Conquer the vast territory of your mind. Elevate your entire soul permanently above the meaningless noise. You claim you want a massive breakthrough? You claim you want to jumpstart your entire reality? Then you must be fully willing to walk completely alone through the pitch-black abyss. You must be deeply willing to endure the cinematic silence of total isolation, the profound, crushing loneliness that inevitably comes when you finally separate yourself from the mindless herd. In that deafening silence, your true inner voice will finally speak far louder than words. Listen closely to it. Let it exclusively guide you through the encroaching darkness. The true path to the empty throne of heaven is absolutely not a crowded, paved highway. It is a solitary, brutal ascent up a jagged, unforgiving mountain. Take the empty throne.